at a warehouse, part-time clubhouse racist and debater.
I don't know what he thinks he accomplishes. Well, what do you know? Right now, I have my own business. I do computer repairs and selling and wholesaling. Well, I'm an engineer. Big business, huge business. Yeah, I'm trying to get into recycling. Like refurbishment? Recycling. Yeah, like go to corporates and have them like recycle their electronics, pretty much give away their electronics to you. In other words, 100%. No, that's actually a big business because they're like, I guess I don't know what the life span is, but I think it's 2 to 3 years, and then instead of you can change all the guts and give them back a refurbished computer that works just as good as a new one. Exactly. And they can say, listen, how many units? You know what I mean? That's couple hundred to a couple thousand.
Yeah, but Cynic wants to take the computers and bring them to Gaza.
You have the fucking mind capacity to like not throw a little blow. He's on something. I just don't know what it is. No, I like hype up a laptop to soup it up, and like I used to do that too. I mean, yeah, you can change basic things on a laptop. But yeah, it's just you get something for in large quantity. It's still relevant. You could sell it for like $50, $100. Yeah, it's easy. You could sell a laptop, an i5 for $100, and there you go. That's like out of nowhere. Yeah. It's just how many contracts you can get, how many corporations. If you can get a few hundred laptops a month. And there you go, man. Then you're laughing. Yeah, exactly. Another corporation. All you need is 3 corporations and you're set. They will build your brand for you as long as you step back and you hire the right staff that knows exactly what you want them to do. You don't want them wanting to take over. You want them to act like an owner, but do what they got to do, and then you mitigate and manage everybody, and then you could focus on attracting more business. Then you're set for life. Yeah, pretty much. The problem is there's already like in California this kind of business model. It's kind of dominated by certain individuals. So you just gotta find an area where you can squeeze it. Or you lower your profit margin and deal with volume, right?
Are they Jewish, Dr. Cynic?
What? Or you lower your profit. If I annoy you so much, you don't have to be here. Or you just lower your profit margin and focus on volume. So instead of having 3, you focus on grabbing 10. And you're making the same amount as having 3, right? Corporations that you're dealing with. And then basically, if the business model makes so much sense, like Dollar General, Dollar Tree, Dollar Stores in the United States, they do so well. But you have a Walmart, then you have a Macy's, they all do well, but the dollar store will always live on. Right? So it's all about volume. They're making 50 cents, 70 cents, 20 cents a product, but they got so many of them that it's fucking
That's my argument, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's money over.
It's okay.
You know, rather than having a successful business, I'm pretty sure Cynic would love to see regime change, murder, mayhem, and chaos in Israel. That would give him much more satisfaction than having an actual business.
Like, I respect you. Like, we weren't even going that way in the conversation right now. We were just having a little slip around. That's a misrepresentation of a straw man. But, I don't know what's wrong with you, that you just can't listen and just accept what I'm saying. You have to straw man me every time. But I think something's wrong with you. I think you just literally can't listen. And you always have to be talking for some reason. I don't know. I don't know what the fucking American gets so triggered about Israel for. Right? Well, I mean, let's not lie to ourselves, Wizard. We all know you're not the fucking religious guy here. information, I doubt you would know it. So I'm not really sure what a white guy in America, feels so strongly about Israel. Like, I don't understand.
Not the non.
Yeah, you make it into your main topic of
Change the record.
that's not me outdoing the Jew.
Literally, no, you're attempting to. If Martin Luther can't do it, you can't.
No, not the black guy trying to be a more Jew than the Jewish.
Just show us the depth of your intelligence. Please. I beg of you.
Yeah, that's an argument, Ariel. Absolutely.
I beg of you. Tell us what we don't know about us.
All right, here we go. You were literally not born a Jew, and then you became one. So if you can entertain the reality that now you are on equal footing of recognizing what a Jew is, even though you weren't initially, guess what? You're not the sharpest tool in the shed, buddy. Anybody can do that.
Cynic the terrorist.
Most people can do it.
Then why haven't you done it?
I'm pretty sure I'm more familiar with Judaism as a theology and as a history more than you are.
Then why haven't you done it?
I've done what?
What you just said?
What did I just say?
So there.
What did I just say?
Anybody can.
People don't listen. I swear to God, they don't.
Like how you're not listening right now when you're talking.
Okay, what did I say? You just asked me, why didn't I do it? Do what?
Become a Jew. So then you can actually try to out-Jew Jews.
Why would I become a Jew?
Because if you know better than us, why don't you just do the right thing, listen to the team, and be the change that you'd like to see?
I don't know how you get to these conclusions.
I get it.
If I learn about Chinese history, does that mean I need to go become Chinese?
No, cool.
It means you can't tell Chinese people shit because you're not Chinese.
Yes, I can. I can talk to them about Chinese history.
Yeah, you talk about history. Yeah, of course you got. Yeah.
Did you go to school? There you go. This is what happens. You don't go to school. And literally what happened. Man, just go take a class, take a year, go take a semester.
At best, you can just give your opinion.
Yes, an opinion is something that is subjective. It's not based on any reasoning or fact. I mean, you could have a reasonable opinion, no problem. But, someone might challenge you on your opinion. Is it subjective? Can you base it on any facts, historical facts? And then we can present historical facts.
If I'm
And other metrics or standards.
If I'm talking to a person who's a Zulu about the history of the Zulus, I'm going to take what they're telling me at face value, regardless to how much research I've done, how much I may know about their language, culture, customs. I'm going to know that there's a line that I can't cross because I'm not them. So I'm going to listen. So I'm going to listen to what they have to say, and I'm going to take it at face value. And I don't care what.
I didn't say that.
Hold on, sir. It's okay. Nobody's saying that you said anything. I'm just bringing my point. When you try to make the statement, you can tell us more about us than we know about ourselves. That is extremely.
I never made that
supremacistic. That is supremacistic. And like I said before, and I'm gonna leave it alone. If Martin Luther could do it, then you clearly cannot.
That's completely irrelevant on what Martin Luther has to do with anything. And nor did I say that. I'm not diminishing or taking away your personal experience being part of whatever identity you perceive yourself to be a part of. But when we discuss about theology, listen. Okay, guys, please stop generalizing and be very specific in what I said. If you're going to accuse me of saying something, you're going to have to quote me. Okay?
The black guy who decided to become a Jew is not.
Stop it. Okay, so exactly. You're a living example of how someone can gain a very extreme perspective. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. A very, enlightened perspective on Judaism. Someone who's not born into Judaism, someone who dedicated probably a few years of his life into consuming the material and then went on to embrace it and identify by its culture or whatever ethnicity. So if you can do it, someone who's the non-Jew. Yeah, I don't even need to like dumb it down this much. Like I think everybody understood what I just said.
Yeah,
Well, you're making a lot of assumptions. You know,
Like it was pretty common sense, honestly. So that's the point. That's for you, but the second point, there's whatever you even want to call it points. Well, the second point that you made that I'm diminishing your personal experience. No, I'm not. I'm simply when it comes down to theology or history or any subject that can be considered academic, it's something that we need to bring up or the information that is most probable.
So let's test that theory right now, based upon the title of the room. You tell me before I give my opinion. What is a Palestinian?
A Palestinian's a national identity.
Okay, and a national identity attached to some level of oppression, some establishment of something. Because people can identify as anything. What does that national identity come with?
Even as a national identity, it's one of about 100 national identities in the Middle East that have aspirations for a separate country. But it's the reason it's become the top of the news is the use of terror, and of course the old saying, "No Jews, no news." If it was just Arabs killing other Arabs, would we even know what it meant? No, it's the media, the Western media, has a fascination with this narrative, but it's really one of about 100 nationalities, in this area that are seeking your country. Just to put it in perspective.
I would have to agree with you, Randy, and I'll take it even further. Palestinian to me, as an Israeli and as a Jew, is the allergic reaction to the Jewish movement of Zionism, and an allergic reaction of Jews claiming sovereignty in the place that we're from. It's a tribalistic threat, so therefore there has to be something to challenge it, and we see what is challenging it is it's not really working.
Randy, do you know what a non sequitur is? And that's what you just did. So, if you just simply want to come on to your own conclusion instead of actually having a discussion, I guess, you a non sequitur, calling it in.
Non sequiturs are not allowed. You're going to be the editor of the conversation today. You qualified to do that?
I'm saying it's not allowed. Why do you guys misrepresent the words?
No, I didn't misrepresent. That was a question. You know what a question is? I asked you a question.
That didn't sound like a question. That sounded like a statement.
So the question is when I go, are you going to edit the conversation? And then my voice goes up. So I don't know if
Forget about it. You just want to argue over nothing.
Well, why did you bring it up?
Because I'm simply saying,
He is making a non sequitur about a non sequitur. This is Dr. Cynic, the terrorist, low IQ security guard, and recycling garbage man. He's a piece of trash and a low IQ moron spreading propaganda and hypnosis. Fuck you, Cynic, you piece of shit.
I don't know why you're saying it that way, but that you're making fun of the recitation of your religious scripture, so I don't know why you're doing that. Like, clearly showing us
This is another observation that is empty and baseless and useless. He's not making fun of anything, and you don't have to defend our religious scriptures in which you don't.
I'm sorry, what was he mimicking, Norm? What was he mimicking? If you have to, like, off the top of your head.
So
he was doing it in a specific cadence, man.
So
He was doing it.
you're
You're
talk over me. He was telling us you're a terrorist.
You're an obfuscator and a contrary.
No, it's because you're a terrorist. You get it?
Agree. And then now what?
And now, we want you to stop being a terrorist. You have two choices. Stop on your own. Stop on your own, or we stop you. And don't interrupt so much. It's very antisocial, Cynic. You're so aggressive.
I don't think he's a terrorist. terrorist, and I think it's really unfair to call him that. May he be a supporter of it 100% because he said it 1,000 times. But we all know that people support movements that they wish they could be a part of on whatever part of their psyche.
What's the difference between a terrorist and supporting terror?
A person who's actually putting in the work, be it boots on the ground or finances, versus a person who's just thousands of miles away waving a flag saying, yeah, go get him.
He gets so threatened, though. He doesn't want to talk over me and interrupt and, Wizard, change the subject. Wizard is making fun of our scripture. You don't know anything about our scripture, Mikhail. You don't even understand the content of what he said. You should let it sit with you for a second. He said I was wasting my time talking with, let's say, a terrorist supporter. Let's not, mince words about it. Fine. You're a person who wants to destroy the Jewish state. I don't know what you call that. A would-be terrorist. Now you say,
Wishful thinking.
Wishful thinking. He's aspirational. And then all of this is personal attacks. So Randy says something, this is non sequitur. Then I say, listen, he's not making fun of our scripture. You're a weak and fragile man. You talk nonsense. You're like a woman. I mean, this is nonsense. You talk nonsense. Boogalmeister.
When will you come to?
You just keep talking, man. You just keep talking. You can't let it stop.
What, you don't like me talking? Go to another room.
Look, see, there you go. He does this antagonist.
There are other rooms where I'm not talking. Go be there. You don't have to hang around with me. Unless you're writing anything.
Also, that's not much. He said that Palestinians are actually Turks. So from what he said, they're actually Turkish. I guess he's Turkish as well. And they were leaving to go and defend some other part of where they were supposed to be, and there weren't enough soldiers. All these just excuses of why they failed. Proper,
The Jews.
improper, what is it called? Improper, like desert conquest. And I tell them all the time, you guys took up the story and you failed. You gotta just take the L. And instead of trying to have all these conversations about, what if this is what I would do if I was, I would go back to whomever is old enough and alive to remember and ask them, why and how did you fail? Tell me what happened. It's just that simple, but they don't want to have that conversation because the Arab culture does not support loss in any way, shape, or form. If I lost, it's because that means you cheated.
Who keeps dropping him, though? Stop doing that. Bring him back up.
It wasn't me. I know. It wasn't me because I'm not alive.
And now this is not yet normal. When are you coming to Israel?
I'm trying to plan a trip for soon. I won't make it by Pesach, but I'm going to make it soon. I'm just settling a bunch of stuff here. I got to do but very, very soon. And I want to plan an itinerary, and I want to see everybody, but my main focus is really Judea and Samaria. Because I think we need to support our defense of Judea and Samaria.
Yeah, you also need to support Tel Aviv.
Tel Aviv? Okay.
I think it's interesting that people will entertain terrorist supporters on this app with conversation for maybe even years, but they will never crack a book and actually study Jewish spirituality. But they will talk to Cynic for years or Prince for years debating them, which you could say is a form of spirituality because you are obfuscating stupidity and low IQ terrorism, and that is a very holy thing to do. But nonetheless, if every minute that you spend talking to Cynic, you should spend 10, not 11, 10, not 9 minutes studying wisdom instead of talking to these low IQ terrorist supporters. That's just my opinion. I'm Wizard. I'm complete.
Well, if you wanted to go back, Mr. Wisdom, theological arguments and non-sequiturs and ishkabibble, and come on, bro.
I know that.
Yeah, where's this wisdom got you with it? What have you actually taught us?
Whoa, calm down, Cynic.
You don't have to always be talking. Give other people
Calm down, Cynic. Calm down, buddy. Calm down, buddy.
More against me. It was more about like, why do we?
No, not everything is about you, Norm.
Everything is about me, Mikhail. I can tell you have bad relations with your father.
Goodness, I don't care, Norm. I don't care.
I don't care either. I can tell you have bad relations with your.
Okay, but you're addressing me.
Yeah, I'm addressing you. And you have bad relations with your father.
BB, you gotta do something. I don't know why you.
Probably better to address.
Not a single mod acts the same way he does.
Probably better to address his talking point forward as opposed to attacking. He doesn't have any. Well, yeah, he does actually. That's a lot.
Every time I open my mouth, I respond to anything. He wants to jump in and create a rebuttal, create a contention that isn't even.
I'm not interested in your opinions about me, Mikhail. Try something else. Come up with something else.
No, that's just your style.
Come up with something else, Mikhail.
Okay,
Think about me. We're not dating.
I agree. I don't want to talk about you.
We're not friends. Excellent.
Okay, don't address me unless it's about a very specific.
I'll address you any fucking time I want.
Okay, yeah, see, this is BB.
Yeah, sorry.
This is Billy.
Don't be such a little girl and appeal to the mind. I realized something today, and please don't interrupt me, Mikhail. That
We can't even respond to what Wizard said. Like, you just.
problem is, guys, like, this is where it becomes a fucking childish. Stop fucking dropping him. I'm gonna unmod everybody. This is so childish, bro. Okay, let's just go one at a time, like he said, BB. No, you're dropping him. Bring him back up. He's interrupting me. No, he's not. You're interrupting him. No, BB. I was in the middle. Brother, somebody please bring him up, man. Stop doing this shit.
Okay, Cynic. Seriously, we're going to give this space.
He's not even our age. He's much older than us.
So what?
He has to have a. Why does he have a decorum? Why is he not able to be.
I'm not interested in your thoughts.
Without being so triggered?
I'm not triggered. I'm not interested. This is not personal. This is not personal. That's the problem. It sounds very personal. So let's talk about something extra.
Okay, let's not. I want to respond to Wizard.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Listen, I'll take that point, and I'll reflect on it. If anybody here can tell us a single, line of wisdom that you learned from Wizard over the span of the years that you've known him troll on this app.
Why are we still talking about personality? I'm going to do that.
He can't help it. He can't help it.
So I will snitch. Okay, honestly, stop. Stop worrying all
You see, Cynic, I read books here all the time, but you don't come to my reading rooms or my book club. You come here to spread your hate and propaganda. Big difference there, Cynic. You don't come to my rooms to listen to me read books. But I read Toira, I read Tanya, I read and I learn wisdom. You are just a propagandist and a low IQ hate monger. You're a terrorist! A terrorist!
Okay. Now, the cool thing since you want to be someone, you're claiming that I need to teach people or that what we're doing is a waste of time. Why don't you enlighten us? Why don't you, out of all these books that you read that you claim to have some wisdom that we should all share, why don't you educate us? Why don't you, give us some of this wisdom?
I can do it right now, but you don't even shut up. You can't even listen. I'll do it right now. Let the moderators let me do it and shut the fuck up. I'll do it.
No problem. Go for it.
Okay, this is called the Sefer Avodot Israel. It's called the Siddur Avodot Israel. This is called the 13 Articles of Faith, Cynic. Here we go. Extol the living God. His praises sound. Whose being unbegun no time can bound. A unity is he, beside him none. By
Jewish mysticism literally developed
chaos, baby. He's adding nothing to the room, this Mikhail. He's showing that people can't fucking proper discourse. It's actually a lesson that we should take. I disagree with you. I have to fix
You are also neurotic.
If you let him speak, you would expose him. The mistake is
He exposes himself every day.
fucking interrupt, which means you know who looks like the psychopath?
You do.
You.
He exposes himself all day, every day.
Because you have that thing.
Everything he says.
Interrupting. People will not people. If you go and see a psychiatrist, you know what a psychiatrist does? You know what a psychiatrist does? Who does all the fucking talking in psychiatry? Not the psychiatrist. You know why?
We're not here to
No, this is a fucking he lets it. He lets you speak, and you will fix your own fucking problems. The problem is, if you interrupt, if the psychiatrist is always interrupt you, nothing gets solved, nothing gets done, nobody heard a fucking word. It doesn't make sense to anybody. Let the guy fucking speak.
And it's
Of course,
disrespectful.
violate because saying dumb shit because he's fucking interrupted.
Sanitarium!
So now
Everyone's in the tent now.
to do dumb shit and say dumb
And
shit.
crash out.
Everyone's in the tent.
No. I'm sorry to say it in front of him. You are abusing it. So is Victor by not allowing him the respect to speak. Because last I checked, when you spoke, he didn't interrupt you. No.
You know who it was a disrespect to? It was Ariel. They disrespected Ariel because Ariel wasn't engaging in a conversation.
Okay, okay,
He just triggered all
super
our
moderator.
I'm talking to baby. You don't get that?
Okay, super moderator,
This is what
baby.
they try to do. They try to put a wedge between us, BB. You and
No,
I
we will never have a wedge. You're like my uncle. We're not gonna have a wedge. But my whole point is, when you interrupt, you're allowing
Everyone's in
him
the tent.
maybe put a fake wedge by interrupting.
Everything he says is not based on this and it's based on propaganda. He exposes himself all day, every day. You are also
My goal is to
neurotic.
allow people to speak without
You're a
interruption
cynic, don't read books.
for a minute to a minute and a half. Would you give a human enough time to rebuttal if you think it's stupid? To rebuttal a stupid remark. It's more than enough time. It's a sign of weakness when people interrupt. It's a real big sign of weakness when people interrupt. I've been listening to shit all day long, and I know 98% of it is lies.
BB knows
But when I
everything, show.
interrupt them and I crash out and I leave, you know what they say? Look at that dumb too. I don't want them sitting looking
BB
at that
knows
dumb
everything,
too.
show.
So now when they speak, I listen to them and I'm fucking researching. And if I don't have a rebuttal or a response to say I'm not a professional in that field, I can't answer it. It's better than screaming, you fucking liar! You're a fucking liar! And they say, what did I lie about? And you can't respond to it? And then you remove them from a room or the stage? Who won the fucking battle? You lost.
the person who was right.
People listening, so optics are everything on this app.
Okay, BB, I'll tell you a couple things. I do this for a living. I communicate for a living, and I've done it all my life, and I got paid a lot of money for doing it. That's number one. Number two,
Different times, brother. Different times.
No,
Different
not
platforms.
different times at all.
Different
Right now,
platforms.
2025. Not
Different platforms. You're not.
By the way,
Are you debating Pally supporters?
You're point number two. The noun, quiet, cat, shut up, cat. The noun is rebuttal, and the verb is rebut. So you don't say, I'm going to rebuttal you. You say, I'm going to rebuttal you. That's just a point of fact.
Where are you taking it from the book? You're
Quiet,
trying to
cat. Quiet again, and you'll have your turn. You'll have your turn, cat. Quiet, please. That's number two. Number three, my approach, BB, is one point at a time. I don't go for the fire hose of misinformation. Because no matter
Take that. Say, I only want to hear one point at a time and I'll be able to address it. But it's not proper discipline for you to be able to get that up.
totally agree. I'm totally fine with that. So now we've reached an agreement. We let them go one point at a time and then we can respond.
And I agree with that too, because I find that people put 10 points in and it's hard to address them. So I do agree with that. 1 point, but please.
Okay, we're getting on to the same page. And the last thing is the personal remarks are useful don't make any affirmative claims. It's all an attempt to attack the other side.
That's what debates are about, though, brother.
I disagree. I think they're about.
You're allowed to disagree, but let's move it on, and we'll keep it. I'm gonna take what you said into not consideration. It's on one point.
I'll join you in this, and I'll be quiet.
One point at a time, and please, I don't care how frustrated or stop you get, Norm. Punch the fucking car seat. Don't interrupt him. That's it. And nobody interrupt Norm. And he came up with a thing. We're gonna do 1 point. 1 point at a time.
And we'll have it time limited as well.
Exactly. Don't go on longer than fucking a minute. 1 point at a time. Let's fucking get this party started. Let's actually have a fucking a debate or discussion that everybody's involved in and everybody's excited to listen to because it's done proper. Let's go. Who wants to start it off?
Well, I'm going to make this point, and the point is that all we have ever wanted to do is live in peace with our neighbors, and that's in our Declaration of Independence. It's in writing, and it's the closest thing we have to a constitution. And if our adversaries put the guns down, there'll be peace, and if we put the guns down, we'll be dead. I'll let that be my point.
Awesome. Cynic, are you here?
Yeah, man. Again, I'm really more focused on wisdom down there. I'm not trying to make anything personal. I'm just someone who literally takes it into as a prick.
Kick me! Son of a bitch! Those pussies. That fucking pussy. Damn, what a bitch.
Thank you. I'm posting a link. We're reading from the same link.
The point is, they can't bring the food.
I posted a link in the chat.
They can't bring the kill back to the Cubs and the Lions unless they bring it back to the Pride.
The animals bring it killed.
They have to bring it back to the Pride.
The male lion will hunt. Well, I'll say this though: the male lion will hunt occasionally whenever they need help with bigger prey, like the big buck.
They hunt occasionally, but typically lions only mate, sleep, and eat. I'm telling you, the male lions, they sleep about 16 hours a day. They eat maybe once a day. They eat a large meal once a day, and they mate. Lions. This is why lions are the king of the jungle. They don't do shit. They protect the pride. Actually, that's what they do. That's what they do. They protect the pride. They protect the cubs while the female lions are out hunting. They protect the cubs. They fucking eat, fuck, shit, and sleep all day. That's what lions do. They don't really hunt.
Now we're off.
They don't really hunt.
And it's the same. It's the same thing with lions in North America. Hold on. It's the same.
It's not just a lion thing. It's a thing with all.
Good lord, I can't believe this shit. I'm talking about fucking lions. Holy shit, lions, tigers, and bears, oh my.